Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. So today we're going to be doing something rather different, and that is going to be playing Close Combat Gateway to Caen. Or Caen? Sienna. We'll just go with Sienna. So, here we are. Now, we're just pre-battle. We have made a little bit of a gentleman's agreement here, and that we're not going to use tanks or any sort of, like, half-track, anything sort of that nature. Towed guns, push guns are pretty fine. So yeah, I do have the 27.5. I like three of them. I like the idea of three of them. Now we are lacking here in terms of MGs. So what I'm going to do here is actually pick up another. I'd say perhaps. Right then, so our opponent here is ready. So Agrippa is now ready. And what I'm going to do here then is I'm going to pick up a. Ooh, it's a hard choice, but I'm going to go with. Command infantry here, right? It's a hard choice, very hard choice. We don't have any larger teams of the MG42s, but I'm gonna pick up about two of these MG42s actually. Actually no. Damn, it's a hard choice. I'll drop one of the guns, and I'm gonna pick up one of these mortar teams here, and then I'm gonna pick up another MG42 team. There we go, and we'll click here. So if we can take a look at the map, this is where we're gonna be playing. So of course we'll be starting over on this side, as this is pretty close combat as you can imagine. Right, so the Battle of Mouen is about to begin. Yeah, I'd imagine the French would forestall me really either way, to be honest. I really do butcher French pronunciation. So here we are, close combat, gateway to Caen? Okay. So this is very, very close quarters. We can see here that we have a number of objectives. We're going to zoom out here. And we can see... we do have the center of the town here, at least what looks to be the town. Hello there, Blackstar. How you doing? Now, we do have some very long streets over here in Mouen. We do have an objective all the way in the north. We have a couple of objectives here in the south. Yeah, mortars are clearly the way to go. Now, let's see. I do have a... yeah, I have two mortar teams. Sorry, no, I have a third mortar team over here. That's fantastic. Okay, so what we're going to do then is have them deploy. I do want to have the mortar teams fairly close to the action so I can have them rapidly respond or, well, relocated to be fair. So what I'll do then is have the first mortar team over here in this courtyard. So that's mortar team 1. Mortar team 2 will place... I'm going to say... I want them in somewhere that they can actually redeploy fairly quickly. Right, I'm going to have them in this actual orchard over here. There we go. I may be very rushed on my love of mortars. Well, mortars aren't extremely effective. Now, they're going to be coming from the north, but what I'd like to do here is have a larger amount of mortar fire concentration to the south here. So we have 1, 2 over here to the north. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to make them command group 3, and I'm going to make these guys down here command group 2. So there we go, that makes it easier. Now, I'm a big fan of direct fire guns. The reason for that is I find them to be extremely effective if used correctly. Now, the question is going to be how do we actually want to use them? We do have some very long streets over here, which are going to be very, very effective for that sort of thing. Issue is we do want to have them somewhat hidden to a degree because, well, we can't really afford these guns being taken out with mortars, so we do have to be quite careful. It may be that perhaps we keep them somewhat hidden for a while. Yeah, so we only have the 2 Pack 40s. We do want to have them ideally commanding these streets over here to actually give us that that direct fire. So what I'm going to do here then is I'm going to face the gun to the south over here. So I did play a game with Richard York last night, so I definitely recommend checking out his channel. I'll go ahead and actually post a link to his channel after. But today, of course, I am playing here against the mighty Agrippamaxentius. So worthy opponent, and let's see if we can actually kick his ass. There we go, a little bit of shit talking as is customary. Okay, this looks like a decent position over here. So what I'll do then is have it deployed here for the moment, and then obviously we'll try and move it up down the street. We do want to be moving from building to building for the most part. I do have my headquarters over here. I'm going to have them just behind the wall here. I don't really want them in harm's way. The question is going to be how many troops do we want on the front line, because I don't want to go all in. I do want to have some reserves. So that's going to be a question there. Righto. I think that noise in the background was Discord, by the way. Okay, so I have a couple reserves over here. I do need to get my MG42s up. So what I'm going to do then is have the Grenadier, well, I'd say, what do we have here? The Azats troopers, basically I suppose these are, yeah, they're not quite Panzer Grenadiers, are they? The MG42s are going to come in extremely handy here then. So we are going to have advance up behind the, I was going to call them the Panzer Grenadiers just for the time being, just for ease of purpose. Ease of reference, I suppose you could call it. It's a difficult one because we don't want to go too heavily to one particular flank. At least initially, we do need to actually feel out the enemy first and foremost. Okay, so I do have a sniper team over here. He could be very effective, perhaps in a position overlooking a lot of open area, like perhaps the chapel there. Oh, well, Objective 3 would be perfectly suited for a sniper. Right, we'll have him deploy down that way, ideally. If I could try to make it towards this building here, to Objective 3, that'd be very handy. I do have our troops over here carrying the, the anti-tank weapons. The old Panzerfaust. They may be handy, but we'll see. Okay. We'll have a couple teams over here then. The idea is going to be trying to move up there, security for the actual sniper. Right, I'll have the MG team actually here. When is THG going to reply to your One Pacific turn? Possibly tonight. He'll probably have it done for tomorrow, perhaps. Okay. Place these men here. Right, so we do have a couple teams in reserve. Have, really at the ready. I think I have my other sniper over here. I think I'm going to have the snipers in the south, to be fair. I think we do want to try and make use of them in the open. Well, in like areas where there's quite open here. Right. There we go. And we'll be ready to go now. And the battle has begun. Just going to sign out to the old Steam here, just in case. There we go. Okay, so we do want to start making our way down here to the centre of the town. We are going to try and position ourselves on the flanks if at all possible. Have them move into this courtyard. I'll have the actual headquarter team occupy that position there. Okay. So our forces are moving out here. Slowly but surely. So we already do have some contact with the enemy here. Agrippa is very much, as we know him, quite the... oh, wow, yes, he's definitely quite the aggressive commander here, isn't he? Oh, wow, yeah, he's definitely bringing it in here. Okay. Right, move fast into that building there. We need to bring up some additional support ASAP. Okay, move back into that building here. I didn't expect him to be so very aggressive, so we do have to try and counter this. That one's going to be an interesting one to try and do. We'll move up the MGTs here. MG teams here. I'm going to have the additional troops move up. We are going to have to move up our reinforcements over here, it seems. The mortars are bringing down some fire, which is obviously what we need. What we are going to do here, then, is have... Yeah, okay. These forces have surrendered. I think these forces... Yeah, these forces are down over here. Okay, superb. We're going to turn the Pack 40 orientated this way. Our mortars are bringing down some effective fire. We do have these troops over here, so have them defend. Have these troops defend over here. Okay, they're set to ambush. We'll set them to defend here. Yep, heavy mortar fire coming down. We can see that his troops are moving down to this position as well. Okay, so what we are going to do then is actually have our troops... I'd say... sneak towards this position here. Right, okay, the pack gun is opening up. We are going to move up our forces here in the south, it seems. Definitely more brutal than I would have expected. Right, bring down the mortar fire into this area, definitely. Okay, defend. There we go. Yeah, we do have him with a very nice flank here, actually. Yeah, so his troops are over here. Okay. We are going to bring the pack gun up. Well, it's not in a very good position here, but we're going to have it brought down into the street, actually, to be somewhat more useful. So the MG team is set up over here. Tell them to defend the area. There we go. Okay. So far, so good. We are holding... We are going to bring down the mortar fire here in this area. Yep, he's making a move over here to the north. Okay. Right. Gonna stream Minecraft. I'd have to actually reinstall Minecraft, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let's defend this northern flank over here. Well, the southern flank, I should say. He's got me a very interesting position here. Wasn't quite prepared for it, but at least we do have our troops in a good position. Yep, he's bringing down some mortar fire over here, so we need to try and get the hell out of dodge. Yep. Heavy losses over here, then it seems. The Battle of Mouen. Definitely quite bloody so far. Okay. Right, what we're going to do here is tell our troops down here, right, they don't actually have the benefit of any... Okay, heavy fire here. Right, what we're going to do is actually bring it down on this building here. Well, actually, let's say a little bit further to the rear. Try and hit his retreating forces. Well, actually... I'd say a concentration fire is probably going to be very nice. Okay, having the MG42 over here is going to be very handy. Now, I do have the Pak-40. What I am going to do is... oh, my Pak-40 has actually been rendered ineffective here. It's actually destroyed the Pak-40. Okay, additional forces out there. Okay, we are in a very interesting position. Okay, so we are going to move the Pak-40 down here. The most important thing is not to lose focus here. I'm going to move up the headquarter team there to occupy the building. Yeah. Looking pretty good. Okay, hold this position here. Looks like the MG team's actually opening up down that way. Okay, what we're going to do here then is actually move on up because, yep, we can see here he is bringing down fire. Okay, so we've lost the central building over here. We are in a very interesting position, so we are going to have to move our troops. Right, the MG42 team is actually really important right now. Bring down some additional mortar fire. Seems like we are going to need some additional reserves to the north here. Okay. Right. MG42 team. Okay, so the MG42 can cover this area. We are going to bring up these additional troops. There we go. Have them move to the north. Okay. Yeah. We're under a heavy attack over here. He's being very, very brave. The MG42, though, is in a good position. Issue is, if the actual building is assaulted, we are going to be in a difficult spot here. The issue is, I haven't actually been able to make much use of my snipers where they are right here. Okay, move up to this position here. Additional mortar fire coming down. Okay, ambush the enemy. There's only the one... okay, so he's actually deserted over here. That's not very good. Okay, we are in a very difficult spot. We're low on mortar munitions here at the moment. Not much in the way of shells left. So we are going to bring that down on SPO squads. Concentrate the fire. Okay. Right, what we're going to do here is fall back to the building. Well, actually, have you cross over here, then we'll have the mortars fall back. Very aggressive tactics here. Okay. We have dealt a heavy blow over here. We could attempt to move up to the house over here in position 3, which we're going to try to do. Okay. So I do have a sniper over here. I'm going to have him sneak up to this position here. The MG42 is covering... Okay, not good there. Right, tell them to head back over here. It seems we are taking fire down there. He definitely has a lot of infantry here. Okay. Only the one shell. Okay, very interesting. We have taken a lot of casualties here from the big push. I think the mortars really did bring down a lot of pain. Didn't expect so much resistance so very quickly. But that's quite interesting, I like that. Hello there, Kosa, how you doing, my friend? Okay, defend down here. Right, what we need to do here then is actually try and capture some of these points here. So we'll head to Conrad's Corner. Hello there, Artem. Yeah, fire still coming from over this way somewhere. Okay, have the MG42 point to the north here. Ideally that MG fire would be quite good. Okay, so I do have some additional troops over here. I think we're in an interesting position. It looks like we are losing here, as he does have control of Mouen. At least the center. Okay, what I'm going to do here is actually smoke out, and we're going to advance up the street here. Ideally, a flank position would be very nice. Okay, it's a shame about losing the gun over here. Right, he's bringing down mortars on my men over here, that's a shame. Right, additional troops moving down the street here. Right, okay. I'd like to try and get the MG team out of there, but I don't think they're in a good position to pull out. Okay, these mortar teams, you have no shells, you have no shells, so what we're going to do then is actually bring them up into the battle itself. I don't think there's much in the way of recourse here. We do need these troops on the front line. Right, so we captured Conrad's Corner. We are going to move down to Mouen south. So I still have a good position here. Did we actually throw down the smoke? If you could throw down the smoke, that'd be fantastic. Oh, there's only the one man left over here. Wow. Oh, it's just a sniper, I do believe. Okay. Yeah, he's pulled off a very effective attack here. He's bringing additional mortars to bear. That didn't sound good. Move into this position here. Right, so it looks like he's definitely holding a position down here. Okay. Do we actually have line of fire over here? I don't believe so. Actually, I do have position to fire at this building over here, so I'm going to do that. Just a couple shells. I doubt would be effective, but if he has anything in the building here, that could be quite handy. Yeah, the MG's actually opening fire on something over here. Oh, thank you very much for that, Black Mesa. That'll go to support the dead Germans here. So we have taken quite a few casualties, more than I would have obviously have liked here. Hello there, Newhauser, how you doing, my friend? Right, okay, so we can see the Allied forces there making a push towards the centre. Okay, yep, just defend. Right, the headquarters, head back in there, though you've taken some casualties, haven't you? Damn. Indeed. Okay, so we still have the MG42 over here, which is obviously going to be the most important. Still 500 rounds of ammunition. Not liking the grenades, but again, we're the ones throwing out the grenades here, so that's not too bad. We have taken some heavy casualties. Very heavy casualties. I think that initial push there was very brave, but definitely had some good results there. Yeah, if he's pushing into the center courtyard, he's going to suffer. Especially with the MG42 there. Yeah, this central position here at position 2 has been extremely important. Okay, so we've captured Mouen south over here. Difficulty is going to be trying to have these troops move up. What I'll do is actually have them move up. I could try to actually take control of the point here, but he definitely does have that garrisons, and I don't have the amount of troops to potentially do so. So we're in a tough position right now, actually. He's got us in a very rough state. What we are going to do then is attempt to push back over here. Withdraw to a degree. Okay, I should very much think about relocating the MG42, but it is in a good position right now and is actually opening fire, which is what we want. We are going to move up the Pack 40, ideally, to a point where they can actually take part in the battle. Okay, did just fire a shot then into this building over here. Yeah, it's a shame actually. I was hoping that the Pack 40 would have been more useful, but due to it being mortared fairly early, didn't get much chance to do so. Okay, so move these troops up over here. We do still have troops. We do still have some right numbers here. Okay, yeah, this is a difficult position. Actually, have the position down there. We are going to have the Pack 40 open up immediately here on the advancing British, on the advancing Tommies. Ideally, we can bring that gun to bear as quickly as possible and try and, rescue the situation here to the south. Yeah, need to open up. Ideally, a nice shot here would be very good. Okay, just defend the street here. You're in a good position. Right, seems like he's occupying building number 2 over here. Well, this building anyhow. The MG team is still going, which is good. It would be nice to pull them out, but we don't have that luxury. What I'm going to attempt to do then is have the mortar team head over to the north. Then we can try and make our way over here, try and capture the objective. And we are still trying to play the objective game to a degree. Okay. Yeah, we do need to retake Mouen here. I do have a fairly large team available. I could have the Panzerjägers push up. What I'm going to do then is have them sneak over here. Right, you're actually wounded, so I don't think... No, you are moving, so that's very good. Right, we're definitely firing somewhere. I'm not entirely sure if they're firing into the building. It looks as though they are, actually. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the new close combat game, actually. I've never really played much of the close combat games. I did have one game, pretty much my first ever multiplayer game against Richard York last night. And this was my second ever game, and, you know, I'm really enjoying it so far. Okay, I do feel that we can potentially move our troops back down here. Yeah, I'd imagine, yeah, he's hit this. He's not doing too bad here. He definitely has a lot of mortars. Yeah, can you hear that mortar going? Indeed, okay. So defend the position. I only do have the headquarters, but... Okay. What I'm going to do is actually try and move them to Conrad's Corner. What I'm going to do here then is have the MG team move down to this building here and actually ultimately down here. Yeah, additional mortars here. Let's try and get the hell out of here. He's done very well to actually hold back his mortars. I don't think we had too much in the way of choice due to the sheer amount of Tommies that assault in our position here. Ideally, we'll be able to capture, recapture Mouen and start to regain some of the initiative. He is in a position now where he has dealt some heavy damage, but I don't think he has the actual amount of men required to finish the job, really. Now, I'm going to put down some shells here. These are high explosive shells, so ideally they do actually do some damage to his men within the actual building. Ideally, it'll try and scare him as well. We don't have a huge amount of shells, so I might as well try to make use of them. Otherwise, the gun may be actually mortared here from a distance. Yeah, the MG42 team over there has been instrumental. I think that's really how we're holding on to the north to a degree. Right, he's not in the fight. Right. Do I have any smoke here? No, it seems not. Right, difficulty is how to approach this. I'd like to try and recapture Mouen here. So we'll try and sneak up. That team's moving down south. I do have another team over here. One member is unconscious, but we do still have 3 riflemen available, which is very good. I do have a team here, which is actually mostly up. Yep, another 3 men here. Okay, we're going to have actually sneak over here, then sneak up over here. Ooh, not a good place. Right, tell these troops to get the hell out. Okay, I do have a sniper down here. I am going to tell him to actually move up. Right, I do have the 2 Panzerjägers over here. I could try to move into this position here. Difficulty is, though, I'm not entirely sure what sort of men are here. It's a good term. I think, I don't know. I don't know whether they're sort of like, possibly so. Okay. Right, I've been able to take this building, which is very good. If we could, I'd love to try and move forward here. Okay, he definitely has mortars around here somewhere. I'd very much like to try and take care of them. I think we have to try and be somewhat more aggressive now. Really try to take back the initiative and begin to push him out of the town. Okay, so the gun is almost empty. I'm going to tell them to actually just defend at the moment. There we go. Okay, so we can see command infantry. Is this our own command infantry? Probably so. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was like basically, I can't think of the word now. What's the word? Yeah, he's done a lot of damage, I'm not gonna lie. That initial massive attack there did really catch us off guard. We were lucky in the fact that we did have MG42 teams. They're very, very effective. I don't think having additional mortars or any additional guns would have been very good to us. Right, what we are going to try to do then is move up towards the central position here at Mouen. Right, so push up this way, then push up this way. I'm going to try and push up to where the actual cover is here. Okay, cover's great here. So he's definitely... I actually do have some mortars here, so let's see, I still have some shells. If I can get set up... So they're seeking cover at the moment. Yeah, so if we can get set up, I'd like to try and put down some mortars here. There's only 3 of them, but it would be nice to actually put down some fire. Yep, he's pushing up over here. The gun did very well there. Fantastic. Okay. Forgot about the MG42s, actually. Okay, what I'm going to do then is actually... Yeah, we'll hold the MG42s. Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to hold this. Hopefully our Pack 40 over here could put down a nice HE shell. Yeah, the Tommies are definitely bringing larger squads here, which is a difficulty. Okay, there's a lot of smoke shells down here. I think we can still hold this position, but what I'm going to do here then is actually have my men cross the street, have the MG42s cross the street, and actually enter into that building, ideally quickly. It is a close run thing here at the moment. So we do need to try and secure some additional objectives. What I might do here then is actually have my sniper try and make his way down this way, if he could. Okay. Right, I'd like you to smoke out, if you could. Yeah, it was a big push. I got the MG team set up. Okay, he's getting out of here, deserted. I think the Pack 40 has been quite good, been fairly effective. It's given us at least some damage to the actual forces over here. We did, yeah, knock out one of them at least. Right, we do have only a little bit of ammunition left. Not much. Right, doesn't seem like we actually have the ability to use smoke grenades. Right. I'm going to try and make a push here. I mean, this is it. There's definitely troops in here. Am I out of ammunition? Surely not. We'll give it a go. See if I can actually open fire here. If I'm out of ammunition, I'm a little bit buggered. I do have some additional artillery remaining to me, which I am going to bring down. I'd say in this location here, actually. I know he definitely has a looser squad here, and they are the major threat to the south. If I can force him to move up, we do have the MG team. We also have the pack gun. Ideally, we can try and decimate him in the open. Right, there we go. Yeah, I really don't think I have actually any ammunition left here. Okay. If I can have the team try and assault into here. Yep, heavy mortars coming down now. Damn, that just wiped them out. God damn, he has a lot of mortars. Okay, well the good news is I do still have some reserves over here, so we are going to start to push them up. Don't get me wrong, there's not much left here, but at least we do have something. I could try to push it, push back in the south. Right, okay, so you can see some Tommies are in the building here. Yeah, looks like that team was destroyed as they tried to move in here. It's really difficult, so I really want to get him out of this area. I really ran out of a lot of ammunition here in the center. Okay, it's hard to determine what sort of damage we might have done down here in the south. We don't have much. Yeah, we've been routed there. Yeah, I don't imagine they are. Considering that they've had a very, very tough time. Yeah, I'm really feeling the difference in terms of the actual Tommies here. The fact that they have so many more men. It's a shame that I lost that team, because that team was very important. Yeah, but out of ammunition here. See, I'm not entirely sure if there's a way to rearm. But we are in tough spots now. See, I don't know if you can actually pick these guns back up. I'd imagine the gun's been wiped out. Yeah, okay. Looks like additional mortars coming down here. Yeah. He's bloody dangerous with these mortars, isn't he? Okay. Yeah, lots of units have been lost, of course. I don't know if he'll be able to actually get a smoke out that far. Okay. Are we seeing some fire here? Lay down your arms, friends. See, I would have loved to have had my Pack 40. Yeah, we lost our team here as well. I think his effective mortifier has been the bane here. Right. I'm going to try and make my way over here. Difficulty is getting there. If only we had more mortifier. So, allies request truce. We may yet be able to draw things out. I mean, the thing is, he's requesting a truce here. He believes he's won, but the battle's not yet over. I will try to move up to possibly a more advantageous position. We do still have strength down here in the south, so we are going to try and make a push. Indeed, they have offered a ceasefire. Right, we do still have a rather heavy weapon here, the mighty pistol. Try and go for one last push. Right, there we go. We are advancing from multiple angles here. I don't know how many men he has in here. That's the difficulty. Ideally, if we approach from different angles at once, we can try and push ourselves into a position where we can actually counter him. Yeah, this is bad. Right. So I'm not familiar in how these smoke grenades actually work. Yeah, I think he definitely had a lot of troops. I don't think I've been able to actually match those numbers. Okay, if you'd like to throw a smoke out here, that'd be great. Indeed, a little bit different, isn't it? Okay, we'll try and make our way up here. Yep, he's assaulting our position over here. He has a lot of men in reserve, doesn't he? Yeah. Wow, he had a lot of troops. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, I'd say it's over. So, I'd say we got thoroughly hammered there. I think the difficulty was the first initial push there, something I wasn't actually expecting, so it was quite brutal. I'd say the fact that we lost our guns initially, well, one of the guns initially to the mortars there, but that was a very, very fast thing there. That was very quick. If we take a look at the actual men here, so you can see he lost 21 infantry, 30 of them were wounded. We did kill more of his men, but the thing is, we didn't have that many men to begin with. His morale was definitely higher than our own. I think the issue was his very effective mortars. They really did do a lot of damage. But, quite dangerous. Quite dangerous. Yeah, I think the Tommy teams are actually much larger. Were you on D? Not entirely sure what D means. Yeah, well, that I've got to say it's probably a very interesting one for for my second ever game. But that was quite fun. If you guys would like to see more, then do let us know. I think what we'd like to do is try and, I don't know, it could be quite fun to actually set up some kind of, perhaps some kind of league. But that was rather interesting. I think we know really how to, well, what to expect from Agrippa in the future. But that first initial infantry rush before we were actually able to realise the situation was quite dangerous. I think the mortars did stay the situation for a time, but I think we probably should have relied upon our infantry perhaps. Oh, right, okay. So you must have been defence. Right, that's interesting. See, I wonder then if we were... I'm not familiar with the actual battle here. I don't know if we were the defender or not. I assume we might have been a defender. And that might have explained why he had more troops, perhaps? I don't know. I think it's probably down to the actual British doctrine versus that of the Germans here. But these troops were definitely not the Panzer Grenadiers that we would have ideally liked to have seen. They did put up a good fight, but we were thoroughly beaten. So I'd have to say, perhaps in the future... see, this is the issue as well. He had his men initially concentrated while we were more so dispersed, which is rather intriguing. Need to take XTRG on planes and combat mission. Sure, man. Sure, man. Okay, so yeah, I think that was really interesting. Do let us know if you guys would like to see more in the future. But I have been XTRG, and this is probably the best outro I'll ever do in my life. So thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I will post a link to Agrippa's channel down below, and yeah, I hope to see you again in the future. Goodbye for now, my friends.